All right, everybody. I'm gonna do a rare thing here on the Sensibly Cynical podcast. I'm gonna go on an intro. So I've been doing this solo since like 2019. I've interviewed over 100 artists. I don't know. I think this is like episode 292 or 293, something like that. And I've interviewed artists from like in London, in Utah, all the way to like California, obviously, but I haven't been this excited. I would count on one hand how excited I am for this interview. So joining me now, super successful uh duo, girl power, Laura Cheadle, of course, and Michelle.
I'm also Michelle Cheadle.
She's also Michelle Cheadle.
Michelle Cheadle. Okay, you can tell how excited I am. I'm even nervous, which is very rare. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Woo!
See, I don't even know where to start. We have a long. I don't know how much time y'all have, but I could go for a while. So, anyways, lot of streams, a lot of songs. So I don't even know where to begin. I guess I'm gonna begin with Mannequin.
Yeah.
So, how many songs were on this album? And I know you've done a lot of live performances, local. So it's kind of a two-part question. Talk
Yeah.
about Laura Cheadle and the Girls, Mannequin, and does it get taxing doing the performances?
The Mannequin is my solo career before I launched Laura Cheadle and the Girls. It was like my
Okay.
last album before I launched this crazy girl band. Mannequin was after a crazy breakup that I had, and it was like this beautiful example of all of my pain and suffering and then coming out of it. And I think it's like 5 million streams now, which is crazy. I don't even know. I don't really like to count streams, but it's important, I guess. There's 12 tracks on that one. So that success was crazy. And then I was like, I'm gonna launch something else because my brain is I always want to do something else. And so I was like, let me launch this girl band after I was on Raid the Cage with Michelle. Because on Raid the Cage, the game show, I said, I'm advocating for strong women everywhere because we need that more than ever. And I said, and Michelle
Yeah.
plays amazing bass, and then we have random girl drummers. There's always a different girl drummer.
I think I even grabbed randomly on Raid the Cage
A
for the
bass.
items. I grabbed a Fender jazz bass.
So we were like, let's launch this girl band, and Laura Cheadle and the Girls. And since we launched it, we have been all over the country. We're even going to be touring in Europe. It has been like
Wow.
boom,
It's
boom,
kind
boom,
of been
boom.
organic. I feel
It's
like
been
in the making of it, it wasn't. It was like an idea. Like, wow, this is a cool idea. Let's just run with it. And then
bam.
it just every door keeps opening.
Hmm.
We need to advocate more than ever for women and the LGBTQ plus community. I mean, the world is crazy right now, and we do not fight hate with hate. When you
No.
come to our shows, you are full of joy.
And you're dancing.
You're never going to hear anything.
Yeah.
Everything is just joyful with
Yeah.
us, and that's what I
It's a
think.
good time.
That's what the world needs: joy.
Yes.
I feel like you read my sheet here on my notebook paper, like I'm in the 90s. With you kind of like set me up. So I kind of want to let's all go into a time machine.
Yeah.
So to the beginning, um, this is another question that I haven't. This is a question I haven't asked too many people because again, I haven't had too many people that have had as many streams.
Of course.
So what would you give like advice for those that are trying to make it? Because I've had people that have literally played for a decade and they're successful, but they're not like, you know what I'm saying? They're not like on they're not on like shows and so was it like an organic, I guess was what I'm saying? Like do you have any advice for younger artists? Because I interview young artists all the time.
You have to know your limits. Like I, after a while, was like, I'm not gonna play bars anymore. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like you need to know where you want to get better
And your worth.
and your worth.
And
Because
your
if you
value,
stay
yeah.
in the same space, you're not gonna grow at all. And there's nothing against bars. That's not what I mean. We still we'll still
We still
throw
do
in
that
like a
every
little.
once in a while.
We'll still throw in, that's not what I mean. But if you want to be at a bigger level, you need to start putting all of your energy into it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to stay in the
Yeah.
exact same place with the same people. And I think this girl band has allowed me to be like, we can play everywhere in the world, and get paid for it, and make a difference. So if you want to stay where you are, you're going to. You also need to put the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, and it's constant
Um,
that energy, I think, in
mhm.
what you want.
Yeah.
Like doing what you want and focusing on that instead of like there's things like, you have normal life things that
Mhm.
you deal with,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you deal with them, but you don't have to put 100% of yourself into that. You put
Mhm.
just a small percentage to get by, then you put the rest of
And
yourself
let's
into
do
what you
this.
want.
Don't say, "Oh, I can't do that," because that's not
Yeah.
logical. Not logical.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
not logical, but it's it's logical.
Yeah.
I am not logical.
Balance.
Yeah. Would you say that there's a hint of luck as well, like being in the right place at the right time?
Yes, but also I believe in that, but also you got to put yourself there. Like you can't stay behind your screen and think that you're gonna make it
Yeah.
just from being on the internet. I mean, I'm always out networking.
Yeah.
So people think, oh, I could just stay at home and be on Instagram or be on TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, people are famous on TikTok and things, but I get out.
Yeah. Yeah. I had an artist. Like she literally got popular because she didn't have an album. She was doing singles, and she literally got popular just putting her
That's
songs on
awesome.
like TikTok, like,
That's awesome. I
and then
prefer Instagram,
Do a little bit of everything.
yeah, yeah. But like I said, I've interviewed people from all over, and
yeah,
I've had stories from all over. I bet you could
that's awesome.
probably imagine the stories
Yeah.
that I've had.
Yeah.
I've had everything from got lucky to like 40 stop tours in a year on a bus.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've had, of course, the good old boy and girls at the, honky tonk. I've
Yeah.
had I've
Uh-huh.
had LA to Nashville and stuff. So I know what you're talking about. That's been big for since I've been doing it is small town to Nashville or small town to LA, or you see that a lot too, like people you play with and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really. I've played Nashville. I've done LA. We kind of do everywhere else
But
though.
you hear the stories of small town
Yeah,
people like, oh, it's kind of
yeah.
out of my
I'm
element a little bit.
like, yeah, yeah. The small town country mouse. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like good music is good music. Whether it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I've had like metal bands on and like I like metal. I like that's my like secret kind of I'm a
Yeah,
rocker. I'm a rocker at heart.
there's something for
Hey.
everyone. I mean, there's something for everyone. People have to get rid of their egos. That's also advice I would give.
Yeah.
Just smash your ego. Just
Yeah.
let people be, and there's room for
Yeah.
everyone.
Hmm.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
ego.
I'm kind of like personally a person that like enjoys like a little bit of every genre.
Yeah, she loves everything.
Hmm.
It's a
Well, yeah.
little. I'm not
She's
like.
opened me up
I'm
a
just
lot.
very open-minded
Hmm.
when it comes to music in general, and I feel like that's what kind of made us kind of work well together.
Yeah,
is
because I
that-
come from soul and
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
now we're doing.
Michelle, yeah, Michelle, I want to ask you about how this formation started and what's your music story like, your journey?
I grew up in a very closed off. Well, I learned guitar when I was like 15, and I only played in like this church band a couple times when I was younger. Then, as I grew up, I would just play for myself.
I plucked her out of the oblivion.
I was
Hmm.
very stage. I had like a lot of stage fright growing up too.
Yeah.
So she kind of, when I met Laura, she's just like, "Wow, you're
I
amazing.
was like, "You're gonna play the bass."
You're
She's
gonna
like,
be
"What?"
playing the bass for me. Gonna happen." Like I just
Yeah.
kind of.
I can see it. I can
Yeah,
see when
she
I
saw
meet
the
someone.
vision, I guess, and she's just like, "This is gonna." I'm like, "Okay, sure, you're gonna get me on stage with
She
you."
didn't
All
play
right.
for me for years. I'm like,
So
"You're
there wasn't auditions, right? It was just straight
no." I said,
I
"You're gonna play the bass."
appeared.
I said, "You're gonna."
or I mean like practice, or was it just like
So
awesome from the start?
we just started playing together.
Started
I would
writing
just
songs.
we started writing songs and
Yeah.
playing the like
Yeah.
not like just we would just create things together.
Yeah.
I was never kind of
Mm.
like a cover person,
Me
and that
either.
wasn't her either.
Yeah.
I like when I played guitar, bass, I like to create something new that sounds cool and form something instead of like copying. I don't know, it's just my kind of
Mhm.
thing. I don't like to copy things.
Me either. If
I'm
I do a
Aquarius.
cover, it's gonna
I'm
be
Aquarius. I can't
it's gonna be a lot different than the original. If I do
Right.
cover something.
Yeah, usually,
Mm.
but not anti-cover.
Oh, I'm on anti-cover bands. They have great, they have great,
uh,
just
let's
not
see.
for me.
Have I interviewed a cover band? I think that's the one thing I haven't interviewed. I can't. I'm trying to think if I've interviewed people that do nothing. I've interviewed someone that's done like nothing but covers almost, but
Yeah,
that'd be interesting
that's a
to
whole world.
interview.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a business, like the whole wedding. That's it. But they make
Yeah.
money.
They get there's a lot of gigs out there for
But
them. And
I have
it's
to write my own songs.
but I think that's what's also like very fun to like. I feel like I'm a part. I know I'm a part of this band, but I
Right.
feel it's like I can sometimes look from the outward in, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
wow, pretty incredible. Like just looking back, be like, wow, it's pretty incredible that we're getting booked left and right
Yeah.
for original music.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's
Started and
Like
formed
a year
this
and a half
about a year
ago.
and a half ago.
Yeah.
So.
yeah.
I'm just
That's.
grateful for
Mhm.
where we're at, and I mean, I know Laura's been doing it for
Yeah.
her
Since
whole
since I was a
life.
baby.
'Cause
Yeah. Well,
I-
I find that interesting. I just want to talk about like these reality music shows. I feel like those have been in for like last decade. And
Yeah.
I find those interesting because again, I've gotten behind the curtain on that too. And I
Yeah.
just feel like although they're recruited, most of them I would assume, and I assume I'm not saying something that people don't know. I mean, they just don't pick people off the street and say, "Hey, you want to come to The Voice?" So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, I find that interesting is that when people go on like AGT and stuff, like I remember one, I don't know if it was Howard Stern or what, or uh, who else was on it? It's Howie Mandel or whatever. They were like they'd go back and forth on like original versus the one that their producer picks. I'm like one was like, oh, original is awesome, and then they would like buzzer them through or whatever. And
Oh yeah.
then like the next season, Howard would be like, "Oh, well," like they flip flop. And I kind of have a question, like, um, can you tell the reaction from people like from your own songs versus you play like Carrie Underwood? Not saying you do, but that's just an example. Like people that play like Carrie Underwood, can you tell like the difference between the reaction from people?
Yeah. So I tell a story before every song. So I get people amped up and I tell them what it's about and I get them. I'm a performer. I jump in the crowd and I
Yeah.
make them sing with me. I make
That's
them
funny that you say that
song.
because I just saw an old like 90s band where the guy was like Warped Tour and he jumped into the crowd. I look at old kind of like 2000s rock, but and I saw and you don't see that very much anymore.
Oh, I'm in the
No.
crowd. I got people singing, and if we do a cover, like now we're covering that song "Bulletproof" randomly.
But
I,
this guy, I think it was Starting Line. This guy literally did a crowd surf like mid chorus.
that I still
I don't
I
Would
don't
you
know.
do that? Would you do that? Would you do
I
full
still
crowd surf?
have the crowds for it. I
I
mean, if you
mean,
look at some of our videos, it's like thousands of people at these.
as long as
But
no one's like grabbing
but
your
we don't want torn ACLs or ligament tears.
yeah, we don't want her to be out for
Assaulted.
the rest of the tour.
I don't feel like being assaulted.
No assault here.
Like I don't know if you guys are sports people, did you see that? I forget what was it just happened, but the Virginia they beat Florida State or whatever, and then there was like they rushed the field, and there's like 15 people injured. So like I understand where you're coming from with like big crowds and
Yeah,
I don't watch sports, but go Birds, as we live in.
of course. But
I don't
yeah.
watch. I can't say I watch anything.
Yeah. Well, as long as you have that one team, but I tell people like, they're like, oh, well, some people say like, well, how can you not like sports? I'm like, you can't affect the score anyways. So like,
I get it. I just have no interest.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather play sports. I like to play them,
she's really good.
but I don't feel like watching them. I don't know.
oh yeah. What sports?
I can play soccer, basketball, softball. I'm very
Oh
athletic.
wow. Wow,
competitive.
you're multifaceted.
I could run. I'm like,
She
I've
doesn't
always,
like seem like it, but then
And
I'm
I'm
she's
like,
like,
humble. She's humble. You're both humble.
I mean,
For someone that has like a million streams or whatever, it's just like, oh yeah, I do this, I do
always.
that.
I mean, that's the thing is that her and I are
I
very.
know it's hard to find humble people. Honestly, it
We're
is.
we're we're, we're not like ever like
Yeah.
No,
ourselves. Of
no.
course,
I mean,
not. It's not.
when I first started,
Hmm.
I thought I was really cool. I
Yeah.
know, but you grow
Yeah.
into yourself,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
Plus,
that's
it's
it.
not.
You have to just believe what you're doing. You have to
Yeah.
believe in what you're doing.
Hmm. So I'm gonna ask the standard ChatGPT question. Influences, who do you I can't do all creative questions. I gotta ask the standard ones.
Oh man, I mean, I grew up with my dad, who's like a legendary piano player. So he was playing. My favorite singer of all time is Aretha Franklin. So
Yes.
that's
That's
my
a
girl.
yeah.
No, I love all the older music. I think influenced by my dad, but I love Alabama Shakes. We'd love to open for them sometime. That's like our dream to open for them.
Or it's on our
That's our
manifestation
mission.
list.
I just think we'd be so great. I love
Bucket
Yeah.
list. The bucket list, if you will.
Like a manifestation list. I
yes,
said. Yeah.
manifestation. We love
Yeah.
Black
It's
Keys.
like manifesting it to happen.
It's
Like
not like would you play at Lollapalooza or like
Oh yeah. I mean,
is that on the bucket list?
I'll
Something like
always
that?
play. I'll play. We are so open to festivals.
Yeah.
Festivals is our jam. That's where we play.
yeah, for
I
sure.
love festivals. That's
Yeah.
where you meet new fans and new
Yeah.
people. Always something different.
Yeah, and you never know, like, and I think that's like interesting, like what you asked earlier, like the reaction from people when you play an original or a cover. It's
Mm.
like that reaction changes from show to show.
Yeah,
Even
you never
if
know.
we play, I mean, usually there's a couple songs that we play are originals, and we always know it's going to hype people up just because of the energy, of course. But and it does
Last
usually.
weekend in North Carolina, we covered "Bulletproof" from LaRue.
Yeah, yeah.
Bulletproof.
Oh yeah, that's a man,
And
the
the whole
vocals. I get a acoustic too with this interview. Fantastic.
done mess around and have fun. And the
That's
whole
that's
place.
crazy how you can just do that on the spot. That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, we didn't rehearse it. Or we had our LA drummer fly in.
And then the whole place erupted. I was like, okay,
And we just-
this cover's working.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I find that interesting how like um people that do covers like they get out of their comfort zone like a totally different genre.
yeah. It's fun.
I feel like nowadays it's more like common like Beyonce doing like country and like I feel like that's more like common too. I've interviewed artist Justin Dukes, I think independent. I mean, in line with most of them. But yeah, he's a good artist. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, he welcomes it. He's like now your classic good old boy has the accent and everything, amazing.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, I welcome it. You know, I don't want to, copy his accent, but you guys get what the gist.
Yeehaw.
He's he's like, yeah, I welcome it, man. Like.
Yeah, listen, we're from Philly, so there's no country, there's no southern accent. We got that South Jersey, South Philly.
But
Yeah.
you probably hear it all the time.
There's yeah. Okay, sure.
What would you say is the most like is there like a common thread about the people that you like play with? What I mean by is like geographically. Is it LA, Nashville, Philadelphia? Is it the same three or is it from all over? Like people you meet in the industry?
Oh my God, no.
Everywhere.
I mean, this summer we played, let's see, Portland, Oregon, we played
Wow.
Washington, we played Virginia Beach, we played,
Where else?
we were
Well, when
everywhere.
you get to your level, I guess yeah.
Always different people. I mean,
We did South by Southwest.
South by
too, in
Southwest and Texas, we did.
We did.
Yeah.
But I just
We
think
went
it
everywhere.
depends who you meet. Like I don't know. I think I just like everyone we meet always leads.
Mhm.
It leads to something else.
Well,
Yeah.
do you think that's a myth? Like people just think LA and Nashville and everything else? Is that like stereotype?
I've done LA so
Sure.
much, and I don't really get much out of it. To be completely
Yeah.
honest, I've played the NAMM show, which is cool, but
Yeah.
LA is not my Favorite
I feel like
spot.
that's like an independent, like major independent,
Yeah.
like answer I get everywhere.
I mean, it's
LA,
fun.
Nashville,
Yeah.
you know.
I've done both, but
I think it's just because everyone talks about like those are
yeah.
the hot spots
Yeah.
that anyone in the music industry they're like they know to go.
Mm.
I get
And
it. I've done it.
which it yeah and I think one thing might work for one artist that
Yeah,
may not, and it is about timing too. You
absolutely.
never know who you're going to run into. You never
No.
know
Hmm.
what kind of success you're going to get out of even the smallest things. Like she was saying, like we could go to like I mean we've gotten so much out of
I
just tinier.
can't tell you what I was just
gigs.
experienced last weekend, but
Yeah.
someone kind of came up to me and
It was
offered
North Carolina.
in North Carolina and offered me a really big deal.
Like,
I can't talk
Wow.
about
No,
that
no,
was
you don't want to violate the NDA.
that was in North Carolina. That's just
But it was
a-
just not expected.
so that's
in
weird.
place.
So you
Yeah.
don't you would expect this to be in like California, but this was North Carolina. I'm like,
Yeah.
so like I said,
Yeah.
no.
North Kakalaki. That's what I hear. That's what I hear they say.
They were pretty open
It
there.
was pretty-
North Carolina was not what I expected. That part.
I think that area was like
it kind of felt like here. I was like,
yeah, it was
what?
pretty
Yeah.
like
Well,
open.
where is here? You said Philly?
Philly, yeah.
We're in Philly, yeah.
Like
Right in
city,
Philly.
city or
Right.
yeah, right in
Oh, yeah.
the
I am not a suburb girl.
Are y'all both city people? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beach people too? You got I
Oh
don't know if
yeah.
there's
We're not
what
far.
beaches are
We're an
yeah, like
hour from
what beaches are up there? I don't even know that
Atlantic
area very well.
right here.
Yeah, Atlantic City's like what 40 minutes
40
away.
minutes. I mean,
Probably
everything's right here. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
New York is an hour and a half on the train.
we have Jersey
Mhm.
Shore.
Jersey. I'm a Jersey
Yeah.
guy. Jersey, so.
Well, I want to kind of shift over to the TV show because um I would say there's the most successful like mainstream person I've interviewed was from a CBS show. You may have heard of it, Survivor.
Yeah.
I
I
did
love
interview.
Survivor.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna know the castaway that I interviewed. I interviewed Sugar. So she
Yeah.
was the one. I don't know if you saw like the one where she like had her own like sugar shack where they would keep sending her to the island alone, and
Yeah.
she was like a
Yeah.
she was like a pinup model,
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like a blonde.
Remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like one of those like top 10 like casual like people know who she is.
Yeah. I think I definitely know. Who that is.
Yeah, like if you've seen her, you would know who it is.
That
She was
show is
in
hardcore.
she's done like some like TV shows and
Yeah.
stuff. But anyways, what I'm saying is that I do watch the CB I'm in the CBS like
Yeah.
shows into CBS shows and so I want to know from can you peel back the curtain on how that started if you don't
Yeah.
mind?
My agent called me and said, "Do you want to be on a game show?" And I was like, "Well, this is funny. It's my second game show. I was on You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno in 2022.
Yeah.
So this is my
Yeah.
second game show, which is hysterical." It's like, "You need to bring a partner." I said, "I'm going to bring Michelle." And so we flew to Mexico City to film, which is wild. We didn't know what it was really. We just knew it was kind of like supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
We didn't know any
They didn't
information.
tell us details. They just said, we're gonna talk about
And answer trivia. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm great at trivia, so. And yeah, it was just like, bam. And we went in it with no plan. And I think that's why we won. We won $91,000 on it. That's unbelievable.
Is that hold on, is that before taxes?
That would be before.
Yeah, but we still enough to buy where we live now. We bought this. So pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The money's
Yeah.
gone now. Don't ask me for money, people. I'm just kidding.
So for those that don't know the show, can you explain what the premise and what the rules
Yeah.
were?
You go on and you answer questions.
it's kind of like word association.
Like word association questions, and then your partner runs in the cage and grabs as much as you can.
And like so the person that's running in the cage is allowed a certain amount of time, and it's based off of how many
Questions you get
she
right.
gets correct. So the
Mhm.
more questions she answers correctly,
Which I killed it. Thank
Which she was
you.
awesome. and funny as hell.
And then we got to the final round. She pushed a car.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, won every round.
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it's on like Paramount Plus mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on. Has it been on like actual like CBS,
Oh
like the
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
They
yeah?
aired
Because
it.
what I've seen it was I have Paramount Plus and I've seen it on there, but I didn't know if it
we
was.
They
watched
aired
it
it
live.
a few times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought people recognize us from
So
it. So,
was that something where they talked to you a while before you did it, or was it pretty
no,
quick?
it's like a month. That's it.
Wow.
And it
So
Really
was
quick.
they sit down with you a couple times, I assume, and then you
yeah,
go from there.
yeah. And
Wow.
bam. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it was like 3 weeks, but then we got on. Bam.
It was pretty.
That seems kind of quick for a show for to
Yeah.
have you on national TV to talk to you
Yeah.
for 3 weeks and then.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, they did, what they had to do right away. They got it.
They
were
liked
like,
us.
bam, 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 bam.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the premise where I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's not one of those where it's just like,
But we still didn't know what it was because ours
It was
was
the first.
we were the
season.
first season, so we
oh,
didn't see,
really? Oh, wow.
No.
we didn't know anything about the game. I think
Yeah.
that's why we just won because we were just going for it.
And plus,
Yeah.
we were like, I think we just went into it like, oh, let's just have fun. This is like kind of cool.
Yeah.
Would you, well, the question is, would you do it again? That's the
Of course.
question.
They should call us
We
on.
need a reunion.
They should do the winners.
Like a winner's
Yeah.
Title.
thing.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I think they've done that on Survivor too, where
That'd be
they've
awesome.
done like the winners. But yeah, so would you, even though you won, would your strategy change
I don't
to
think
make
so.
sure?
We had the best strategy ever.
Yeah,
I mean, it was insane.
I mean, if I knew what we were walking into a little bit more, maybe I would have been
We
able.
almost won the biggest. Like I think
Yeah.
the most you could win was 100K. So I think we got pretty close.
Uh,
Pretty sure, or a little over 100K.
I think we just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's multiple rounds, so you can win it, and then not win the final round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Round, it was like just like that ended up being like $50,000 more in
Mhm,
prizes.
60.
wow.
And so if we didn't do what we did I think we learned it, and then the final round we just killed it.
I don't. It
But
was,
I was exhausted. It was very exhausted.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
have to be in good shape for that.
Yes.
Mhm.
She was on a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane.
I know Jeannie Mai was like, "Oh my god, you are so fast!
I know, you're
what
wild.
like a sprinter." I was like, I did like soccer.
We gotta send you the episode.
You didn't do cross country?
I did.
No,
I did.
I'm a sprinter. I was like a defense player.
I did the
so
hurdles.
Oh yeah.
I would run and run.
I was a
Yeah.
hurdle girl.
Yeah. Takes a lot of agility for that.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Mannequin. Time Thief. That's like catchy. Is that what you were talking about with like an ex or something?
Yeah, I was with the same person for too long, and they stole my time. So that's how time.
Yeah.
Thief out.
Very
Yeah.
very creative. I would never like put me in a like obviously I'm not talented, but if I was talented, I still probably wouldn't have thought of that. That's very creative.
I woke up with
I
that in
do
my head.
yeah, I do hear a lot of breakup songs, but I don't think to that level of creativity in the lyrics.
I just came up with that in my head. The words "time thief." I woke up from a dream and wrote it down. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that song. I think that song has the most downloads, right? Correct?
I think so. I don't even look ever, so probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever.
So
keep
you're
track.
not, I feel like you're one of those people. Do you go back and like, cause on the live shows and the ones that are on like YouTube and stuff, you play at a live performance. Do you ever go back to your old like stuff and be like, hey, I wish I would have done this?
No. I just.
Past is in the past.
I don't really live in the past. I live in the
Yeah.
future and the present. I never go back
Yeah.
in my mind now.
We're only. I think her and I.
We're just like, let's
We're
go.
more like present day. Okay, we're here.
And let's
This is
go.
what
Yeah.
we're gonna do, and this is what
Why would
we're
you
looking
dwell?
at
Yeah.
the present. The
Because
future.
we're working on an album with Laura Cheadle and the Girls. We have 3 singles out with Laura Cheadle and the Girls. So that's where my brain is now.
Yeah.
This music. So
Mhm.
I think that's
Mhm.
why.
It's just, which is like, I feel like that's what makes you successful. Is that
Yes,
you're
move
always
on.
on to the next thing. You're not dwelling on things that you could. I mean, it
You
could
can always
be,
do something
That can
different.
be a catch-22 though. Like you want to smell the roses every once in a while.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I don't dwell if I.
Yeah, it's like I feel like if you're at that level, you deserve to get a little praise. You don't want to get like cocky
yeah.
or anything, but
no,
I would, like I said, I would never. I'm never gonna know that. Like this is an independent podcast that I make nickel and
Yeah.
dimes. It's more of a hobby cast,
I love
But to be fair, like I hear from people like you're getting like this and this and this artist from like London. You should be a little more proud. And I'm similar to like you. I'm like, well, it's the next episode. Like I was saying, like I've been doing this a long time, and I the I just released interview with Lucy Tiger again, probably like the 100th independent artist. Very talented. I get a lot of them that are like could be signed. You know, I'm that like why aren't they signed? Of the 100 I've done, probably 75 I've questioned why they haven't been signed. And a lot
Yeah,
of them could be signed, but they just choose
yeah,
not to
yeah,
because they get like puppets.
yeah.
Yeah.
You make,
They take
they
control.
take a lot of control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they take a lot of money. A lot of money and control.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, why aren't you signed? I literally say that to people. I'm like, why aren't you signed? It's like, oh, well, I've turned down. I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
you turned down what? They don't want to disclose the money. I'm like, aren't you
No,
compensated? Like, they're like,
literally.
well, it's more about that than money, you know?
Yeah, I've dealt with a lot in the industry, so I know.
Yeah.
Well, can you share? Do you want to share any of that, or you don't have to? Like some of your
You don't
journey.
want to just watch what you're signing. I mean, I've made
Yeah.
mistakes, and people try to say that they take credit for things that you've written. You have to have. I have an amazing music lawyer, so that's what's the most important to have in
An
this industry.
entertainment lawyer.
Entertainment lawyer,
Mhm.
because
Wait,
people
wait, wait. Say that again. I think you buried that. What was it?
entertainment lawyer. Get
Explain what that is.
It's a lawyer that
I
handles
mean,
Like contracts.
contracts.
Handles like they read over things to make sure you're not signing your life away and your dignity.
That's the most important thing to
Yeah, you're
have.
protecting your music.
entertainment lawyer.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need to protect
Okay.
yourself in the business.
No, I
because
get it, but I've
yeah,
never heard it in that
almost
verbiage.
Absolutely. Even other, you know, be careful with who you play with. Because
Yeah.
a drummer, for instance, could 10 years down the line be like, oh, I wrote that drum part and try to sue you. You know, there's
Yeah.
a
Hmm.
lot of elements in the industry you have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to get serious for a minute if you guys don't mind. So
Yeah.
I want to give you guys a platform to talk about what you're doing with the LG,
Yes.
community LGBTQ plus. Um, Go ahead and I'm going to give you the platform to talk about what you want to talk about on that topic.
Yeah, well, Michelle is my wife, so we are, we're not just in a band together. The world is such a place where people are afraid, especially now, to still be themselves. So it's what we do for the community is just show, like, hi,
Yeah. I think
we're not this crazy people that a lot of people think that the LGBTQ
Yeah.
community is.
I think that it's more to inspire people to be who they truly are and not be afraid, like they have to run and hide, because out of fear of someone judging you or fear of someone doing something to harm you because they just don't like your sexuality or your gender or just it's just a preference. It's just what you do in your personal time and who you are, and I think that it's important, yeah, to protect ourselves, but at the same time, we're trying to show like, hey, like everyone should be free to be who they are, and we should be free to speak how we want to speak, and say what we want to say, and perform what we want to perform, and love who we want to love.
That's it.
You
That's
know?
it. Love is love. Love is love is love is love. And we will always be joyful. We're
Yeah.
never going to be hateful. We're never going to fight back in a
No.
hateful way. It's just showing love.
Yeah.
And that's what our tours are about.
Yeah, if I had a mic that's not the one right here, I would drop it. That's a good mic. That's a that's a good. But I don't want to drop this one. But if I had another mic, I would drop it. It's very well very well put.
That's it.
So yeah, I just want to thank you again, both of you, for coming on. Is there anything that you want to talk about what you have coming up? We were talking about just on to the next thing on to the next thing. Tell everybody what you have coming up.
Well, we have 3 singles out right now with Laura Cheadle and the Girls. You can
Yeah.
stream that. So Laura Cheadle is separate, but if you type in Laura Cheadle and the Girls +, you will find our new music.
Yeah.
We're touring all over the country. If you check our schedule, go on my website, lauracheadle.com/tour. And we're just here to bring joy. Come see
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, check it or else.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Last question I have. Um, what's the best thing and what's the worst thing about doing this? I know loaded questions, but best and worst thing.
Mm,
Ooh.
mm.
About doing like what
Just
music?
live performance.
Best
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
or
Live or recording or in general. It's an open question.
It's
best thing is always
everything.
performing. Best thing is always
Yeah,
performing.
yeah.
If my goal in life is
Live
always to
performance.
only worry about the performance aspect and none of the other stuff is the
And
dream.
I think I really enjoy creating and then
Yes.
seeing the result of what we create. It's
That's
just
the
like a
coolest part.
very it's like a the moment when everything's done and like the singles that we just came out with, like hearing it back and like, wow, that sounds really
Yeah,
good. Now I can
Yes.
sit
yeah,
back, and just enjoy and listen to what we've done.
Yeah.
Taking those little moments, but
I think the business part is always the worst part.
that's the worst part.
Like,
Yeah, the
you know,
business, the
yeah.
worry. I think the worry of like I feel like I personally I worry because I feel like it's hard to trust people.
yeah, it is.
Mm,
It is. You don't know.
So you don't know what people are capable of until there's
yeah.
money or things like that they think could be worth something, and then I worry about people like taking
We have
advantage of
people
her.
film us all the time and then we never see the footage.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
And I'm like, are they totally
Yeah,
it because
Like,
we're
I don't
they're
know.
save it until we blow up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, send us the footage.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Weird,
yeah.
like little weird things. I think it's just, but I think what's great is that we have each other
Yeah.
to get through it, and yeah,
You
it's
have to have, you have to be in a good space. to do
Like,
this.
like, but that's why you have the entertainment lawyer.
Yes,
yeah,
It all
yeah,
circles back to the entertainment
yeah.
lawyer.
It all
It
circles
does.
back to
and my lawyer is also, I think a lot of my
Shout
success.
out to the lawyer. Shout
Yeah,
out.
that. As lawyer.
uh,
All right, where can people find y'all on social media?
my favorite place is Instagram at Laura Cheadle Music. We have a TikTok. I have two TikToks, but the Laura Cheadle and the Girls is one TikTok run by our amazing social media girl Hope. She's killing it on
Yeah.
that TikTok. I run the other TikTok, Laura Cheadle. But lauracheadle.com, you can find all of us.
Yeah.
So how big's this team? Well, you got the person I emailed, you got the social media person.
Yeah,
Is it like a big group or is it just like a handful?
we have a select people. We work with
Very
all
select.
women. But that kind of, well, besides the lawyer, by half of our act, we're a dream team though.
Hashtag lawyer on the
Our booking agent is Anna. Shout out.
yeah.
Have Hope on social media. Well, I run my Instagram. That's all me.
Yeah.
That's all
Well,
me.
mhm. All right. Well, thank you. I know you have a busy schedule, so I appreciate you both coming onto the podcast today.
Thank you
for
for
having
having us.
And all the best, okay? Not like you need that advice or,
We love
but all the best.
Always.
it.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Bye.